Hey, what's up YouTube? Now I am going to talk about Nokia Lumia 735. Perhaps the most fun smartphone in Nokia's 2014 Lumia lineup. This is, after all, the phone codenamed Superman. The Lumia 735 has loads to offer, not only fans of Windows Phone 8.1, but also those who like to post their best pout on social media. Read our review of the ultimate Windows selfie phone, the Nokia Lumia 735. Also see, Best Windows Phones 2014. Who would have thought that the humble selfie would be such a trendsetter in 2014? Perhaps we should have listened to the Oxford English Dictionary when it gave the term its Word of the Year award in late 2013. Having found a 17,000% increase in its usage. Then again, it's not so much of a surprise. What are smartphones for if not social media? Don't say making phone calls and sending texts. And what is social media for if not showing off your best pout? Also see, Best Smartphones 2014 and Best Budget Smartphones 2014. Nokia's Lumia 735 might not be the ultimate selfie phone. That accolade goes to the more recently announced Android-powered HTC Desire I and its 13MP front-facing camera, but with a 5MP wide-angle front camera and dedicated Lumia selfie app. We'll talk more about this under cameras. It is the best selfie phone for Windows Phone users. And with the recent Windows Phone 8.1 update, Microsoft can expect an increasing number of those. We have always loved the design of Windows Phone, with its brightly colored tiled interface offering information updated in real time, and a simple side swipe opening a single alphabetical app list that makes finding whatever you're looking for a cinch. But apps and features have long held back Windows Phone. With 320,000 apps at the last count, and more than 500 new apps per week, the Windows Phone Store still can't hold a candle to Google Play or Apple's App Store. But for most of the tasks you want to complete, you'll find apps, and many of the big-name brands are now covered. With proper notifications and the addition of Cortana, Microsoft's voice assistant, Windows Phone is closing the gap between itself and its competitors, at least so much that it can now see them on the horizon. Also see, 30 funny things you should ask Cortana. Of all the Lumias introduced by Nokia over the past few months, also see our Nokia Lumia 530 review, Nokia Lumia 630 and 635 review, and Nokia Lumia 930 review. The 735 is perhaps the most fun. This is the phone that was codenamed Superman. Need we say more? The £189, SIM-free, see, Best SIM-only deals. Lumia 735 is better spec than the cheap and cheerful Lumia 530, 630 and 635, and less expensive than the serious Lumia 930, but with many of the same high-end features, including 4G, NFC and QE wireless charging. We're still waiting to get our hands on the Lumia 830. Keep an eye out for our review. Note that outside the UK a Lumia 730 dual SIM variant is also available. See Best Dual SIM Smartphones UK 2014. Nokia Lumia 735 review, design and build. That fun element extends to the Nokia Lumia 735's design. Our sample arrived in a bright orange polycarbonate plastic case that's so glossy it just feels shiny. Perhaps not a great match for sweaty palms, but teenagers love shiny. What am I saying? I'm in my 30s and I love shiny. The Lumia 735 is also available in white, grey and bright green. It really doesn't look like it, but this case is removable, allowing access to the AeroSIM and microSD slots, plus an also removable battery inside. You'll soon be able to buy replacement covers for the Lumia 735, meaning you can switch from grey or white to orange or green depending on which side of bed you got out of. However, with the QE wireless charging tech built into the case, these will likely be more expensive than standard Nokia shells. If it doesn't go without saying, this phone is neither water nor dust proof, unlike many new handsets to market. Given the removable shell, it's understandable that the screen isn't quite edge to edge, allowing the orange plastic to extend to the front where it looks great against the jet black screen. This panel is ever so slightly raised, too, making the Lumia 735 easier to pry apart but spoiling the smooth finish somewhat. We doubt that it's raised enough that the glass could chip, however. The Lumia's sizing is spot on, at least for our female hands. Thanks to slim bezels, Nokia has managed to squeeze a 4.7-inch screen into a chassis just 68.5 mm wide and 8.9 mm thick. Despite that shiny finish, it's easy to hold and use one-handed, and even if you should drop it, the Lumia 735 feels pretty sturdy, with no flexing or rattling evident under pressure. There are just two hardware buttons, a volume rocker and on/off switch on the device's right edge, while the back, home and search Windows Phone trio feature in a bar that's dragged in from the bottom of the screen. The latter took a little getting used to, and very nearly resulted in us accidentally deleting photos within the Photos app. Once you get the hang of it, though, it becomes second nature. You'll also find a 3.5mm headphone jack on top and a micro USB charging port at the bottom. On the rear is a 6.7MP camera with LED flash, plus the mic and speaker. Nokia Lumia 735 review, display. The Nokia's display might be only an HD panel, 1280x720 pixels. But its 316 ppi density is really very good for a sub-£200 smartphone and not far off the 326 ppi of the high-end iPhone 6. There is some evidence of graininess, particularly when you closely inspect the live tiles, but it will be sharp in.
Thanks for watching my video. Subscribe my YouTube channel for more latest updates.